Children enjoy playing conkers and we are no different in our school. Every September and October we get the opportunity to search for and gather conkers and then prepare them for this exciting game. This year we also came up with the idea to do some research and find out if we could do anything to improve our conkers and make them last longer anyway.
From our research, we discovered many theories about preparing the conkers. The research helped us form a hypothesis. After conducting a class survey and analyzing the results, we guessed that a double coat of wood varnish would be the best treatment.
20 children were surveyed and given a scale of 1 to 7. 7 was to be given to the best treatment all the way down to 1 for the worst treatment. When everybody had voted, we all had to count all the points and use the Microsoft Excel to illustrate the results. As you can see, most people thought wood varnish would be the best, followed closely by vinegar.
For our conker project, we decided to choose a conker and call it the chosen one. We decided to weigh the chosen one with other conkers to see if they weigh the same. The conkers that weigh the same as the chosen conkers we called keepers. The ones that weighed more or less are called rejects. We did this so it is a fair test. We decided to use a balance scale to sort and group the conkers. At first we had other ideas to sort our conkers, such as digital weighing scale and water tube. In the end, we used the balance scale as it was easy to use and provided results quickly. Before we decided on the tool we would use in our testing, we had to explore and plan. As part of this process, we sketched our ideas and then discussed the advantages and disadvantages of each one. We designed this tool on the right, which uses a 1 kg weight. We experimented with different weights and different heights. We also calibrated it so that the weight can be dropped from 4 different heights, which we named 10, 20, 30 and 40. We used the damage scale assessment sheet above to measure the damage to each conker from the 4 different heights each sample was subjected to.
For testing purposes, we selected a sample of 5 conkers from each of the 7 treatments, 5 frozen, 5 oven-baked, etc. Every conker was then subjected to the same process, which consisted of the 1 kg weight being dropped on top of each conker from 4 separate heights. After every height, the group inspected the conker each time and awarded points according to a damage scale that they had designed of a previous meeting. A scrape, 1 point, a dent, 2, a surface crack, 3, a deep crack or split, 4, smashed, 5. If a conker was smashed at a lower height and couldn't continue, it was awarded 6 points for the remaining heights. If a conker showed no change moving from one height to the another, it was awarded a 0. In this way, we were able to judge the strongest conkers as being those accumulating the least amount of damage and therefore points.
During the testing, we filled out a form on the left for each sample. This shows nail value. The first conker accumulated 7 points. The second conker accumulated 4 points. The third conker accumulated 3 points. The fourth conker accumulated 3 points. The fifth conker accumulated 7 points. This gave a total of 24 points for nail varnish. We would use the total score to compare with the other treatments.
Surprisingly, the conkers with the least amount of damage turned out to be the frozen ones, followed closely by the double coat of varnish and the untreated keepers. As you can see, the worst treatment by far was oven baking. Only one of these conkers lasted the 4 height drops, with most being smashed from the first height. This led us on to another question. Was it to do with the treatment only, or did the shape have anything to do with the results?
As we analysed the figures, we discovered that the round conkers accumulated a total of 235 damage points and the flat ones only 34 points. We decided it was not fair to compare it in this way, as we observed that out of the total of 35 conkers used in the testing, only 10 were flat and 25 were round. To account for this difference, we took the total accumulated damage points for both conker types of 269 and then adjusted this figure by the fraction that were flat, 10 out of 35, and the fraction that were round, 25 out of 35, those allowing us to be more fair in our representation of both conker shapes. When we did this, we found out flat accumulated 77 points and round 192 points, so we can conclusively say that flat were better able to absorb the forces and results in less damage than round conkers.
Is that flat or does it count if it's flat?
Does it matter if it's flat? I don't think all two of them are flat. Which one is it?
Well, it just
Does it matter if it's flat or big? Because
Okay, so will I not?
Actually, I suppose you can write down if it's flat as well. You can write down the shape, yeah.
So it would be right in brackets big and small. Like she's doing big and doing small.
no, she's doing small.
I'm doing small.
Right.
Okay.
Ready?
Wait. Oh yeah.
Drop it from the exact same.
Yeah. So what is everything else?
Nothing.
Is he doing small right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a crack.
Then that's
No, surface crack.
that's a surface crack. That's
Does everybody agree it's a surface crack?
yeah. It's just at the top there.
So it's like a scrape.
It's kind of it's kind of like a scrape. So give it one because I think it yeah okay 1 or 2 or 2.
Can I have a quick look before you do these?
Looks like a scrape.
No, it's
It looks kind of like
crack.
a small crack, but
a surface crack.
it could
they
count
go
as a
through.
scrape. So these goggles are falling off.
I'm just holding this.
Yeah. I would classify that as a surface crack.
Yeah, so a tree.
Okay.
Definitely 40.
Give up.
It's just opened up a bit.
It just opened up a bit. I'd say
That is 0.
a 6.
Well, if there's no change, if it hasn't been smashed, what do we give it?
0.
A 0. Yeah, exactly.
Does that round up?
No, it's okay. It's possible the next person could do that.
Should we have an evidence bag or something?
No, let's do small.
Yeah, let's do the small first and then the big. Okay.
Okay. As you can see, we are glad that we tested the rejects as samples larger than average rejects conquer communicated the least amount of damage overall, with 2 of these conquers sustaining no damage during testing. Only one other conquer frozen sample flat managed to achieve the feat. Also, note from the analysis is that one champion conquer was flat and the others was round. Furthermore, then untreated rejects small achieved the total 26 damage points, which is better result than oven baked vinegar and hot press.